Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
What do you do when you have a crush on a coworker? I mean, you could set them up to get fired so they're no longer a coworker, and then it's easier to ask them out.
What? No, that's
I've tried that in the past, but that hasn't worked very well when they found out I was the reason they got fired. But Dana, who's on the phone for a second date update right now, has a crush on her coworker.
Oh, I love that.
And apparently, she actually went out on a date with him. What's up, Dana?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, that's
Not
awesome.
much.
Is it somebody that works in the same department as you?
Actually, we work in the same company, but he's on a different floor in like a totally different department. So we don't really like work together, just at the same company.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Well, your email said that you found an ingenious way to get him to go out with you without really asking him out. What does that mean?
Okay, well, we had like a work function, an event, and I went up to him and introduced myself, and we exchanged numbers. And I had like a really big crush on him, but I really didn't know what to do, like how to call him or have him ask me out. So, like, I don't know what to do.
Okay.
So there's this other girl at our job. She came up with this, like, great idea that I should text him and say that, like, a bunch of us are going out for happy hour for some food after work.
Okay, that's awesome.
But, like, really, when he got there, it was just me. And I told him, like, everybody had canceled.
You're like, oh, man. Yeah. Nobody showed up, just you and me. I guess we can just hang out here and finish this bottle of wine I just ordered for both of us, right?
Oh, my God.
Something like that, yeah.
Dude, were you nervous when you were sitting there that he could find out your big ploy?
I was shaking. I was so nervous that, like, I didn't know what else to do. So
Did he figure you out?
I don't know. I still don't know, like, if he thinks we were on a date or if he realizes it was a date because it was kind of like an ambush date. So I don't really know, like, what he thinks.
How did it go? How did happy hour go with just you and him?
Well, at first it was, like, really awkward because I guess he expected, like, a bunch of people to be there from work, and it was just
Yeah,
me.
because you lied to him.
Kinda, yeah.
Kind of.
All right, so you got past the awkwardness at some point?
Sort of. Well, so like, we were just sitting there. It was really uncomfortable. So I was like, oh, let's Google, fun facts about sushi, just to like break the ice or something.
Okay.
So
did that work?
I thought it was fun. I mean, it was like, did you like the green stuff that they wrap the sushi with? It's actually like seaweed, which I didn't know before.
That's a
Yeah.
fact. I think
I
that's
don't
just
think that's
common
like a-
knowledge.
Yeah, I think a lot of
It
people that
is?
eat sushi know that one, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But cool that you learned it with him, I guess.
And that other stuff that they use is called rice. Did you look that up
What?
too? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I know that.
Did it get better after that? And did he loosen up?
Okay, so we sat there for a little while, and then he was like, oh, I have to go to the bathroom. So he excused himself, went to the bathroom. But then when he got out of the bathroom, he went directly, like, he left the restaurant. He just left.
Oh, did he say goodbye
Wait.
to you?
No, he just left. He didn't
Oh.
say bye or anything.
Whoa.
So it sounds
Okay.
like what was a genius plan did not turn out so well.
Okay, but I didn't tell you, like, what happened next.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
And he drove home and never talked to you again. Did that happen?
And here we are.
No, so I sat there for like 5 or 10 minutes, and I totally thought he ditched me, but then he came back in the restaurant. And,
Oh.
like, he said he was sorry because he had a really important phone call, so that's why he had to step outside for a few minutes.
Oh my
Okay.
God, that 10 minutes sucks though. Like
Yeah.
you see the guy leave and you're like, oh my God, I just got ditched at a restaurant.
Oh, man.
Huh,
Yeah.
my heart for you. Like the ultimate low back up to a real high.
Yeah, I was, like, almost in tears, like, sitting there. I totally thought he had ditched me, but he came back, and so then he was like, oh, well, he said he forgot his wallet at home and asked me if I could drive him home.
Oh, so you had to pay
Okay.
for everything too.
Yeah, it wasn't that big a deal. It was like $30 or whatever.
Yeah, and
I
it
didn't
is your
care.
ambush date, so you should pay for it.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I just paid for it and drove him home.
Okay.
Okay. And did you try to get into his house by being like, oh, I forgot everybody for the work happy hour is actually coming to your house, so can we go inside?
No.
What happened when you drove him home?
He just, like, got out of the car and was like, bye, and, like, went inside, and, like, that was it.
Oh, I thought he was going to use that to, like, try to get you up to his place.
Yeah.
I mean, I was hoping he'd, there were sparks on his side, too, but I don't know if he even realizes it was a date.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
That
it sounds
is a
like he
good
might
point.
not. Have you texted with him after?
No, like, I don't know what to do now, because, like, my plan, I thought it would have ended kind of differently.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, now I don't know what to do.
And it isn't a date. Like, I mean, let's be honest. Like, you tricked him to showing up to a restaurant, and then
Yeah, but he doesn't know that, or maybe he does, or I don't know. Like, I don't.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, call him and see if one, he knows he was on a date, and two, if there's a reason he's not calling you back after.
Okay, because I just really want to know what's going on, if he has any interest in me.
Okay. Well, we'll play a song, come back, and find out with your second date update right after this, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
I'd like to start off the second part of today's second date update by giving Dana the respect that she deserves. Dana?
Hi.
You know what I wanted to say to you? Yes, you had a crush on a coworker and then lied about happy hour event to get him alone with you at a bar. And yes, you're not getting a call back, but you know what? At least you did something about it.
Well, thanks.
what do you mean?
Yeah, I think that the lies and the deceit that you told should get some credit. So congratulations, Dana, on lying and deceiving him.
Thank you, I think.
Yeah. Do you regret the big lie about, oh, it's a work happy hour, and then you, of course, didn't invite anybody else besides him?
Not really, because, like, I didn't know what else to do.
But what about just asking him out on a date?
It's, like, really hard, I think, for especially girls to ask somebody out on a date, especially, like, your coworker.
All right, well, I'm going to dial his phone number because we don't even know if he realizes that he was on a date with you.
Yeah, I don't even know if he knows that. And I just, like, really hope he likes me, honestly.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, we'll try to find out for you, Dana. Here we go, okay?
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, is this Ben?
Who is this?
Ben, what's up, dude? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Are you serious?
I am serious.
Am I on the radio right now?
Maybe, I don't know. Is this Ben?
I think the jig is
Hi,
up,
Ben.
Hi. Why are you guys calling me?
Good question.
Well, I'm calling you because somebody emailed us to do a second date update on you.
I don't know what a second date update is, I guess.
You don't?
No?
No, you're missing.
Should I?
Okay. Well,
You're
it sounded
missing
like
the-
you listened to the show, but we do that a lot. You never heard it?
I'm a fan of, like, the prank phone calls. Those are hilarious.
Okay.
But I don't
Okay.
think I've heard of the date thing.
Well, the date thing is called a second date update. So you went on a date with somebody and now you're not calling them back, basically.
Oh, yeah. I think I may have heard of this before or heard one of these.
Okay.
there you
Well,
go.
now you're the star of one, Ben.
Yay, Ben.
Ooh.
It's your time to shine.
Oh, man. I can't believe it.
So, do you know who might want to get in touch with you?
No, I don't have any idea.
No.
Really?
What about with a coworker of yours named Dana?
Oh, man.
Do you know who we're talking about?
Oh, yes, I do know. Yes, I now know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
that was an interesting night.
So wait,
All
you
right.
knew that it
Did
was
you
a
know
date?
it was a date?
I thought that it was a really awkward time, to be honest with you.
What were you thinking when you got there and nobody else was showing up? It was just you and her.
Yeah, I got there and no one else was there, and she said that everybody canceled. And I could just tell the way that she said that not everybody canceled and that she had just kind of lied to get me there.
Oh, so you
And
knew.
Oh.
You knew it was a setup by her.
At that moment, yeah, it was kind of obvious. Like, there was a table for two waiting for us, and just the way that
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just the way
Okay,
that she
so
said that the people canceled, I could tell that it wasn't real. Like, not everybody's going to cancel, and so it kind of was just painfully obvious that we were now sort of on like a forced date.
Yeah, but you,
All right,
I mean, you had
so-
exchanged numbers with this girl. You said that she was nice and that maybe kind of attractive.
The thing is, if she would have just texted me and asked me out, I would have gone out. But I felt so weird that I was tricked. And then all I'm thinking about is like she lied to
Yeah.
get me here. What else is she capable of? It's kind of crazy, you know? I just felt it just totally threw me off.
I mean, at one moment she said that she thought you ditched her at the restaurant because you left. Like you got up to go to the bathroom and then you went outside.
Yeah, at one point it was really awkward. So I didn't know what to say, and I was kind of angry that I got duped. So I ate my sushi just really fast because we weren't talking, and she still had a whole plate of it. And I said, hold on, I'm just going to go to the bathroom and just excused myself, and then went in the bathroom and like put cold water on my face and thought about like, what is going on? And then I kind of walked out of the restaurant, and I didn't even say goodbye to her. I just was, like I said, I was a little mad. And I got outside. I was going to take a cab home, and I realized I forgot my wallet. And I was like, oh, my gosh. And I didn't know what else to do. I didn't want to walk home, so I just walked back into the restaurant, and I told her that I had an emergency, and I had to take a call, and it was fine. But now I'm back, but I forgot my wallet. I don't know. It was just, I was trying to put the whole thing out of its misery. It just felt so awkward, and I thought that she would want that too. But
So you came back to the restaurant just because you needed a ride home. You didn't have a change of heart, really.
kind of embarrassingly, yes, that's the only
Oh my
reason.
God. So the emergency
Okay.
phone call and all of that was a lie. You just couldn't escape like you wanted to. Your escape route was ruined.
It was excruciating. I had to escape, but right. And then I failed at escaping and had to crawl back pathetically.
Man, there's a lot of lies built into this one outing for you two.
Since we're getting all of our lies out in the open, I have to let you know that I lied, and she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Hi, Ben.
Oh my gosh. Hello, Dana.
Hi.
So you heard what I had to say about the night?
Yeah, I did.
I mean, I didn't really appreciate you lying to me. That was a very weird situation to put me in.
Yeah, but now I just found out you lied to me.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but I only lied to you because you lied to me first, and I was trying to fix it.
Yeah, but I only lied to you because I didn't know what else to do, and it's like really hard to like ask somebody on a date. And so I had good intentions, but it sounds like when you lied, you did not have good intentions, and you were just trying to leave.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I was trying to get home. Felt really awkward, and if that makes me a bad person, I mean, you told me there was a work function, and then there was no one there.
Well, I'm from work.
That's true. She didn't lie about that.
Yeah, but Dana, are you like saying that you're mad at him for lying about trying to leave?
Oh, yeah, I am a little bothered that he lied, but it doesn't change the fact that, like, I actually had, like, a nice time, even though it was a little awkward. And I don't know, like, the fun facts about sushi I thought was, like, cool. And
The fun facts were not cool. It was forced and weird. Anyone that eats sushi would know those already.
Okay, but you guys, to Dana's defense, now I think that the line is awful and I don't think anybody should ever do it. But she obviously really liked you. She was super nervous on how to ask you out. She didn't do it the right way. In retrospect, can't you give her like a little bit of slack on this one?
Yeah, I guess I could.
See?
Um,
Good.
Dana, I think
Yeah?
you're really nice, and I really appreciated the ride home, and I actually thought the ride home was pretty fun.
Well, there you go.
you did?
Yeah, and your car was really clean, which I thought was great.
Awesome.
Okay, I think that's a
Thank
Well, see,
you.
you do like something about her, Ben. She's got a clean car.
wow, what a compliment. Something that we're all searching for in life.
There you go.
And it actually smelled really good, too.
Oh, thanks. I got this new air freshener, and I do try and keep my car like really clean. So thank you.
There you
Yeah,
go.
it was nice.
Now we're
Yeah,
clicking.
nice. All right, well, how about this then? Would you guys like to go out on a second date? Because it sounds like things are really clicking now. Ben, would you like to go out with Dana one more time? We'll pay for it.
You know, I think that I would be down to go one more time.
Aw,
On like a date.
that is really kind of you to give her a second chance.
Yeah, but I think it's only fair if she asks me out for real with no strings attached, no lies, just straight up ask me out.
Oh.
Dana, do you want to ask Ben out, like on an official date right now?
Yeah, I guess I can do that. Ben,
Yes.
would you like to go out on a date with me that maybe could end in a kiss?
Whoa.
Whoa, a
Very
kiss.
forward,
All right.
Dana. You're planning ahead, girl.
You firecracker.
I would like that, Dana.
Yeah.
Wow. Yay.
Oh my God. I did not think that this was going to be so cute. That was actually really cute, Dana. You should have done that in the very beginning.
I'm proud of you.
I don't know what to say. I'm feeling a little nervous again. Sorry.
Yeah.
We can tell. We can tell.
Thank you so much, Ben, for giving me another chance.
Aw.
No problem. I'm actually excited about it now that it's done.
Okay. Well, congratulations, you two, on the date and for being the most awkward second date update we've ever had.
Good point.
Okay.
Thanks a lot,
Thank you
guys.
guys so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592. It says it's going to be even more awkward at their office when they break up.
Uh-huh.
It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning talking about today's second date update. If you missed it, Dana wanted to call Ben. Dana lied to Ben to get a date with him. She said that there was a work happy hour because they worked together and a bunch of people were going to show up. So she invited him. He was like, yeah, I'm down. I want to hang out with more people from work. And he showed up and it was just the two of them. And he knew that she was lying right away because there was only a table for two. And it was very obvious that she had tricked him to be on a date. So he actually tried to get out of there, but he had to come back because he didn't have money to leave. So she gave him a ride home. Anyway, they talked about it. He was upset, saying that you lied to me. What else are you capable of lying about? But in the end, after a very awkward exchange between them, he decided to give her one more chance, and they're going out again.
I thought that was really kind. I mean, there could be really something there if he was willing to be that open about it.
Yeah, I mean, she did lie, but her intentions were good. I mean, she liked him so much, she was trying to find a way.
She was
to
Yeah,
get
nervous.
him out
she just
without-
sounds awkward. They both sound
Yeah.
awkward. So maybe they've found the one for each of them, and they bonded over the fact that her car was really clean.
I
That's
know.
what he like. He's like, well, your car was super clean when you gave me a ride home, so I guess I'll go out with you again.
You know what? They both sound like the person at work that you try to avoid in the break room. Because
Yeah.
you're going to get into a
You.
really long, weird, boring conversation.
They both did, and we listened to them
Yeah.
do that for about 3 or 4 minutes before they agreed to go out again. So good luck to them. Remember,
Hopefully it's a car wash date.
if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Move at 92.5.
Brooke and Jubal's direct deposit.
60 seconds away from your shot caller question of the day. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning. And a few weeks ago, we chose this as our morning show intro music because you can't have a proper morning radio show without some fancy intro music. This is to help get us excited and ready to start off the morning.
Absolutely. We're off to the races, man.
But recently, I don't know why, the song just is not doing it for me anymore.
You mentioned that.
It might be because after doing the intro for about a week, my co-hosts, you guys, really started to like it. And as you know, whenever you guys like something, I immediately start to hate it.
Well, the problem in your world is you don't like enthusiasm.
Yeah,
And
bothers me quite a bit. so-
Sometimes it's an internal dialogue with myself, like, well, do I tell him or do I not tell
Yeah.
him? Because
And it's
I
very
know
obvious.
how this is going to go for him.
Yeah, so it's very obvious that you guys like it, so immediately I start to dislike it.
Yeah.
you gotta hide
Is
it
that we
Yeah.
need to do reverse psychology.
It could be that, or it could be because I had a bad experience at a racetrack once with a retired horse named Juicy Lucy.
Whoa.
Did you
Gives me
name it that?
flashbacks. Yeah, I really don't want to get into it too much. You know.
Okay.
Anyway, instead of scrapping the entire thing, I thought maybe we could come to a compromise. Because as I get older, You know, I try to think of others before I think of myself.
I thought you were going to say I give up more.
So I have a compromise. We'll not get rid of the song as long as I can play it the way I want to play it.
Okay.
And today, I think I'd like to play it in reverse. Maybe that will be better.
Interesting.
So let me try that. Yeah, it's doing it. I feel good. I feel a lot better
Whoa!
and ready to start the show.
It's weird.
That's awesome. I mean, I
You like
don't
it?
like it at all.
Reverse?
I hate it.
Yeah, this.
Dude, that's kind of rad. I thought for sure it was going to have some secret Satan message in it when you played it
feels
backwards, but...
I think it
feels like
does.
it's coming up. Hail Satan.
Yep.
Oh, there it
There
was.
it
I
was.
heard it.
Oh
I
my
heard it.
God.
I heard it.
I feel so much better. Okay,
No
now
wonder you like it.
let's get into the shot caller question of the day. Young Jeffrey has come to studio with a hat full of names. We'll draw a name out of the hat to see who will put on the shock collar this morning. They're asked a trivia question. If they get it right, they don't get shocked. Jeff does because he asked a terrible question. If they get it wrong, they get shocked to the song that you want us to sing. Text in at 78592. What song do you want to hear from the person who gets shocked? Today, Jose has drawn a name out of the hat because he had the shock collar last. And who did you get?
Got my own name. Dang it.
Name. Jose is putting the shock collar on. Jeff, please read Jose the shock collar question of the day.
One of the most popular tourist sites in the entire U.S. is Times Square in the middle of New York City. Millions of people visit the famous intersection every year, but did you know it wasn't always called that? Originally, the intersection was known as Longacre Square, but it was changed in April 1904, and the city renamed it Times Square for one very specific reason. What was the reason?
Well, my first instinct, and I may be reaching because I don't know how old it is, but the New York Times?
Oh, that's
Yeah, that
actually...
was kind of my first thought,
that's interesting.
too.
But the thing is why would they name it? I mean, they weren't iconic yet if they just came out. I mean, now
No, they
everyone
are
knows.
definitely...
Yeah.
The
Any
New York
newspapers back
Times
then,
dates,
too.
I believe, before 1904.
I guess having a
quite
newspaper was a
bit.
big deal in general.
Yeah.
1904.
Newspapers were big
Yeah.
back then.
Hey, we have press.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, that definitely could be. Big newsies out on the corner
Yeah.
doing their song and dance, just like the
Oh,
Disney
yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
Or my initial thought for you was more that it was a square where they put up a big clock. Hence, they started calling it Times Square. And there wasn't a lot of clocks around, so you had to go to the square to check out what time it was.
That's probably
Especially
true.
big ones.
Yeah.
A lot of big clocks back then. You know? Clocks have gotten a lot bigger
But
since then.
That's actually a really good... That might be the reason. And then on top of that, they had the newsies out there.
Maybe it was actually the very start of the Time's Up campaign. Hashtag me too.
Very
No?
slowly rolling.
Okay,
Very
yeah.
slowly.
Yeah.
It's finally catching steam, though. That's good.
What's another time thing that it could be? I like the New York Times. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, but is the New York Times... I know it's old, but is it 1904 old? Like,
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Read the question one more time, Jeff.
One of the most popular tourist sites in the entire U.S. is Times Square in the middle of New York City. But did you know it wasn't always called that? Originally, the intersection was known as Longacre Square, but it was changed in April 1904, and the city renamed it Times Square for one specific reason. What was the reason?
what if it's downtown? Everyone always had good times there. You know what I mean? Like, that's always
a good time
It's
square.
always a good time in that square. You know, I don't know. I'm just going to go with my original instinct. I don't know if they would base an entire city block off a newspaper, but I don't know. I'm saying the New York Times.
Every year, millions of people travel to New York City to visit the infamous Times Square. But it used to go by a different name until 1904 when the area was renamed to Times Square because that year it became the new headquarters for the newspaper, the New York Times. And even though the headquarters were eventually moved, the name has always stuck as
Oh my
Times
God!
Square.
Got it.
Got it right.
That was my first thought, too.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's crazy.
All right.
Jeff's so mad
Jeff's
at
mad.
himself. Yeah. He hates losing.
Somebody texted in at 78592 and wanted to hear Zoot Suit Riot by the Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
Hey,
So,
seems appropriate.
I haven't
That's-
seen that, heard that in a long time.
since Jose got the question right, that's what Jeff will sing before he gets shocked. He's got the
Nice.
shock collar on, and whenever you're ready.
Zoot Suit Riot, Riot! Throw back a bottle of beer. Zoot Suit Riot, Riot! To put a comb through your coal black hair. Zoot Suit Riot, Riot! Ow! No.
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 He
No.
just says
No.
No.
All right, your phone tap's coming up in just a few minutes. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Move it 92.5.
Hey, girl. What's up with you?
Wait a minute, is this the right number?
It's the loser line.
Come on, just call me back.
If you haven't heard the loser line before, it works like this. Let's say somebody approaches you while you're out at the club and uses this charming pickup line on you. Hey there, chickadee. You may not know this, but I put the stud in STD.
Oh.
All I need is you. Yeah.
Sexy.
Whatever you do, resist the urge to spray disinfectant all over your body and his, and instead tell him that you think he's too legit to quit, because he'll think that's still cool. And that's when you give him the number to the loser line, so hopefully he leaves an awkward voicemail that we can play on the air. Voicemails like this one.
Next message.
Hey, Carmen, it's look, I just want to let you know that my hand is still swollen. It hurts really bad, and I was thinking that you could make it up to me if we go on a date, So let me know. I'll be sitting here waiting for your call with my hand on ice.
Next message.
What happened to his hand? That's all I can think.
I want to know.
At first
I
I
wanna
thought,
know too.
did he punch someone?
Maybe he fought somebody for her number?
Yeah, it sounds like something happened with her.
Yeah.
Or
And
maybe
his hand got swollen, and then she gave him the number to the loser line. But thankfully, I think that's the first time anybody's talked about something on their body being swollen, and it was innocent sounding in the loser line.
unless she slammed it in a door because he wouldn't leave her alone.
Who knows?
I'm just thinking.
Here's another message.
Yeah.
Next message.
Hey, how's it going? I had a really great time, but afterwards I saw you talking to my friend last night after you gave me your number, and I just want you to know that she's a little crazy. Actually, maybe not a little. But anyways, if you were interested in her, you're barking up the wrong tree.
Next message.
Yeah, who's the crazy one?
Yeah.
I wonder.
God, they must be such good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always call my friends crazy behind their back when talking to other male interests.
I have actually dated several girls that are always like, love you, that's my best friend. And they're like, seriously though, she's so
I've had that happen too, yeah.
Like, what? What?
You're like talking to someone and
why
then
are
they
you
come, they're like,
doing
don't, dude, seriously? Like, she is nuts.
Yeah. You should hear what she did.
We should totally go out though.
Yeah.
Because I'm so stable.
Girls, we need to have a conversation. That's not how we do each other, all right?
Brooke's obviously crazy.
Yeah.
Don't pay
She's the
attention-
crazy
Don't pay
one.
attention to her.
Hello, ladies.
Next message.
Hello, this is Roxanne from the collection agency. I'm calling again in regards to your debt. The final notice, if you haven't settled the debt within 30 days, this will be turned over to court, and then you'll also be responsible for all of the court costs.
Oh.
Please call me back. Thank you.
Next message.
Great idea. When filling out a loan application, put the loser line phone number down. That way, when you default on the loan, you don't have to deal with those annoying phone calls.
No, that's not going to come back to haunt you at all.
Not at all.
Nah.
No, but it'll be funny. At least you'll have that moment.
And remember, you can get the special loser line phone number. All you have to do is text the word loser, LOSER, to 78592.
Next message.
Hey, Lisa. How's it going? This is from the club the other night. I just wanted to say that I had a really, really good time talking to you. It was great to meet you. I'm sorry that I couldn't stay for too long. I had to leave early. You know, I hadn't eaten anything all day, and there was nothing in my fridge. So I had to get to Taco Bell before it closed. I hope that's okay. I just, I felt like I was going to pass out. So I just wound up getting a bag of Crunchwrap Supremes, and anyway, hold on, why did I call you again? I can't for the life of me remember why I called you. That's interesting. Hold on. It'll come to me. It'll come.
Next message.
I wonder why that guy got the loser line phone number. Sounds like he's a great conversationalist.
His message actually started off really strong. I was like, oh, this guy sounds pretty nice. All right, buddy.
Yeah, I got lost in the Crunchwraps.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
That's all he's thinking about now.
Yeah,
is
Taco Bell.
all I know is I want to go make a run for the border real quick and get some more Crunchwraps. Oh, call me back.
Next message.
I just wanted to call you and tell you that I really hope we can find some time to get together. You seem fun. I know I'm really fun. And I will tell you, the last few girls that I went out with described me as a boob man. I can't deny it. I am a boob man. That's probably why I approached you at the coffee shop. You know, my spidey senses went off, I guess. Anyway, I hope you can call me soon so we can schedule something to drink, maybe some beer or some wine, and then you can go back to the house of the boob man for some intercourse. I think that would be pleasantly delightful, and I'm confident that you would think so as well.
Next message.
I think that's a classy invitation. He let you know where he stands, let you know what he likes, and let you know what the plans are in no uncertain terms, and he used all medical terms, which is really nice. Except for boob. I don't know if boob is, but still.
Why do all men have to categorize themselves as either a boob or a butt man?
Well, you like what you like.
Yeah, but why can't you just like it without having to name yourself that?
Well,
like,
isn't it
I don't
nice
call
to know-
myself a large junk lady. Like, you know, it's just not the same
Is that what you
thing.
are?
Are you large or small?
Sure,
Junk?
I don't know.
Are you a butt
Okay,
man?
so
I'll
now we
take
know
any
where you
junk,
stand.
the one that works the best.
Any
you
junk.
know?
You're an any junk
junk kind of
girl.
lady, huh?
All right, maybe I don't know if you want to be
so
known by
weird.
that.
It's so weird, dude.
At least he told us his classifications going into it, and now you know Brooke is an any junk kind of gal.
Hear
So
that, listeners? Anybody who
Yep.
wants it.
all,
It's so weird.
all the truckers are now about to start texting in 78592. Did you say any junk?
I
All
didn't
right,
want to
well,
make people with not large junks
text
feel
on
bad,
in.
okay? I
Text
think
on
that
in.
smaller ones probably work fine too.
we know you like them, all of them. Doesn't matter what they're like. We get it.
Enough, we get it.
That was the Loser Line. Listen to the Loser Line regularly on Mondays at 7:10 and 9:10. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Bradley Johnson with 1-800-DUI-AWAY. Not getting behind the wheel after drinking is the best choice. But if you're pulled over, the next best choice is to call 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
It's another Jubal phone tab.
Weekday mornings on the 20s.
Only on Moving 92.5.
Hello?
Hi, is this Henry?
Yes, it is.
Hello, Henry. I'm sorry to disturb you in your room, sir, but I wanted to introduce myself. My name is Simon, and I'm the hotel concierge.
Oh, okay. What can I do for you?
Well, I noticed that you checked into our hotel 30 minutes ago, and I hope you find our accommodations to your liking.
Yeah, it's great.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, do you have a pen and paper handy?
Yeah.
Okay. There should be one on the desk there.
Yeah, here we go.
Splendid. Well, I do have a couple of addresses of men's clothing shops nearby that I think might suit you very well. And if you
I'm
could go
sorry,
down to one of those.
Sorry, I don't think you have the right person. I didn't ask for any directions to any shops.
Well, actually, I think I do have the correct room. Is this Henry?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Well, then, yes, I have the correct room. So can I finish with the clothing store info?
But I mean, I didn't ask for it. I don't need any clothes right now. I packed.
To be perfectly honest, I did notice when you checked into the hotel and thought your wardrobe needed a bit of an upgrade. So I'm going to give you some shops that could spruce you up.
Wait, what did you just say?
I said I noticed you when you walked into our hotel, and you definitely need a wardrobe upgrade, and I think everybody can agree on that. So I'm going to give you...
I don't think so. I think that I'm quite all right. I can dress myself, thank you.
Well, this is rather baffling. So you're disagreeing with what I'm saying?
I absolutely am. You're telling me I don't dress well enough?
Yes, I was trying to say it in nicer words, but unfortunately, you do look rather ragged.
Ragged?
Yes.
Is your manager aware that you're making this sort of call to a patron?
Well, yes, they are. And if you're not willing to change your clothes, the hotel management would like to ask you to politely leave the premises as soon as possible, please.
What? To leave the hotel?
You will be refunded, but we cannot have you staying here. I'm sure you understand.
You can't make me leave the hotel just because you don't like the clothes that I'm wearing.
Well, now, yes, I can. Because you see, when people who dress in the 90s like yourself walk around our hotel, it gives us a bad name. So I'm going to have to ask you to leave if you're not willing to update your wardrobe.
I refuse. I refuse. I'm already in the hotel. This is absurd. This is ridiculous.
Aha! I get it. You've time traveled and you're from the 90s. Is that it?
What? No, I'm not.
Oh my! I'm speaking with a world-renowned time traveler. Lucky me. I've always wanted to do this.
You're making fun of me now? Is that what's going on?
Oh.
You're making fun of me? This is ridiculous.
No, I'm not. And don't worry, I won't tell anybody else. But could you do me a favor? When you go back to your time, can you tell MC Hammer that I said hi? I was a huge fan.
Stop talking to me like this.
Could you tell him that I've always been too legit to quit? Please.
You stop. You put your manager on right now. This is absurd. You cannot talk to your customers like this. I demand to speak to your manager.
I am so sorry. I don't think that's going to be possible.
Why the hell not?
Well, you see, it's because my manager lives in present day, and I don't know how to connect a phone line from the 90s to a phone line in current day. That's going to be quite a challenge. So I'm sorry.
What a smart-ass response that is. This is ridiculous. You put your manager on right now.
Well, no, also, I only have his mobile phone. I'm not sure if you know what those are. That's going to be a shock when you go out on the streets. People have phones now that they carry in their pocket, and they walk around with them everywhere. It's quite a sight to see, I'm sure.
I have had enough of your snarky British attitude. When I'm done with you, you will no longer work at this hotel or any hotel ever again.
Okay, well, I don't work at a hotel in the first place, so that is a relief.
That's right, you don't work at this hotel. As of right now, you are fired.
But I never was hired. That's an issue.
Stop talking in circles. I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, what I'm saying is this is a prank phone call, and this is actually Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning doing a phone tap on you, and your wife Robin set you up.
Who is this? Who is talking to me right now?
My name is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show, and your wife Robin listens, and she set you up for a prank phone call.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
She said that you were away on a business trip and wanted me to mess with you. She
Robin.
also said that your clothing style is stuck in the 90s. She wanted me to pass that along.
I was like, who's going to work for a hotel and tell their customers that they don't dress well?
Well, that's how hotels are now in the 2000s. It's crazy.
Oh, man, I can't believe she did that. Oh,
So I know I told you to say hi to MC Hammer, but if you could also say hello to the Spice Girls, I'd love it, Mr. 90s man.
Oh, my God. Okay, I'll do it.
Wake up every morning with Jubal phone tabs. Weekday mornings on the 20s.
Only